Hey future doctors, today we are going to say about Crohn's disease. So this is a type of an inflammatory bowel disease. So this Crohn's disease, this is a chronic multifocal relapsing disease which occurs mainly in a terminal ileum, can involve any portion of GIT. The most common site of Crohn's disease, this is terminal ileum, ileocecal valve and cecum. As you can see in this figure, this is a figure of Crohn's disease where there will be skip areas. Since there will be inflammation here, then there will be here, then there will be here, so there will be skipped areas. As well as here, as you can see that this is a serpentine-like ulcers, that is the snake-like ulcers. In addition to this, there will be cobblestone-like mucosa. The ulcers may fuse longitudinally and transversely, will produce a cobblestone appearance. Moreover to this, the lumen is narrowed and the strictures are common. Now we are going to see all these things in detail. So the number of lesions, so there will be characteristic skip lesion appearance. In differentiating point between the ulcerative colitis and the Crohn's disease, that there will be skip lesion, but in ulcerative colitis it is continuous. Then mucosal lesions. So multiple lesions, they coalesce longitudinally to form the elongated linear or serpentine ulcers which are oriented along the axis of bowel. As you can see in this figure that there is a serpentine appearance. So the next point is that the ulcer it becomes deeper and it forms the linear cleft or fissures which may extend deeply to form the fibular tracts or site of perforations. This mucosa it can show edema as well as loss of normal mucosal fold can be there. And the characteristic feature of Crohn's disease, that is cobblestone appearance. So ulcers it may fuse longitudinally or transversely and they form a cobblestone appearance. Then intestinal wall, so here the involved region it shows the fibrotic thickening as well as it is rubbery, as well as the lumen is narrowed and the strictures are common as we saw earlier in the figure. Additional to this, it appears like a hose pipe. As you can see in this figure, this is a figure of Crohn's disease, whereas you can say that this is a transmural type of ulcers as well as there will be deep fissures into the bowel wall. Additional to this, there will be mucosal widening due to edema. You can also see that there will be a non-cageating granuloma. This was all about Crohn's disease. Now we are going to say about microscopic features. First is mucosal ulcers and inflammation. So during the early phases, the inflammation it may be limited to the mucosa and submucosa. But this both mucosa and submucosa they shows the edema and the increase in number of lymphocyte, plasma cell and macrophages. So next is crypt abscess. So this is characterized by presence of clusters of neutrophils within a crypt. As well as this neutrophil it may infiltrate and damage the crypt epithelium and they are often associated with the crypt destruction. This is non-cageating granuloma. This is the hallmark of Crohn's disease. These are mostly seen in the submucosa and they are found in approximately 35% of the cases. And these granuloma they consist of focal aggregates of epithelioid cell surrounded by the thin rama of lymphocytes. So as you can see in this figure that this is a non-cageating granuloma and here there are surrounding lymphocytes. Additional to this there will be multinucleated giant cells. And last is transmural inflammation. So it is characterized by chronic inflammation involving all layers of the intestinal walls. And it may show lymphoid aggregates in the submucosa and subserosa. So this was all about Crohn's disease.